Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can see, the dusty of the day is this male who's ultimately coming out here doing something that we already know these male find a lot of pleasure in, and that is them coming out here basically referring to black women as animal. This low-hanging fruit of society that you guys are viewing here, he ultimately, as y'all can see, he titled his little dusty video, he say the four horsemen of relationship gurus that women need to stop listening to. The audacity for the lowest hanging group of society, the most incarcerated, the most abandoned their kids, the least married, the audacity of these males to consistently be coming out here, one, calling black women out of their name, and two, being highly upset because other black women is coming out here and putting younger black women onto game, which is something that I am so thankful for, because now that we have all of these different social media apparatus, we know that slowly but surely there has been so many black women coming out here burning the little dusty cape, and we already know, regardless of the lowest hanging groups of society continuously coming out here saying that black women were treasonous, that we don't support them, these males know that at the end of the day, unfortunately, black women are the only allies that they have now, because we have so much black woman that has lived a life, that has a lot of experience. They're coming out here telling us younger generation what we should and shouldn't be doing. These lower hanging group of society, they can't really fathom that, because at the end of the day, these males feel like they're missing out on everything that their dusty great grandfather, their grandfather, as well as their dusty father, they were able to come out here and exploit women literally for everything that you guys can imagine without really having to be committed to them. And now that these males see that us younger, what they like to call us, the quote unquote modern women, they're now coming out here and being thoroughly upset with the fact that us younger generation, we're not with the BS. We're not going to jump through a million hoops like our great grandmother or grandmother, because unfortunately back in those days, we already know women didn't really had any autonomy. So regardless of the lowest hanging group of society, aka the great grandfather and the grandfather, the dusty father, regardless of them coming out here and literally violating these women in every single way that y'all could imagine, unfortunately, because these women didn't really have autonomy, they couldn't work, they couldn't have a bank account, they were solely dependent on these male. So now the lowest hanging group of society, they feel like they're gonna miss out on that. And once again, black women, like I have told you guys repeatedly, I do feel like we need more of our voices out here, because I'm a firm believer in, like, if I can get through to at least one black woman, hey, mission accomplished. Nonetheless, guys, listen to yet again one of the lowest hanging fruits of society coming out here being utterly upset because older black women are coming out here teaching younger black women all of what we should and shouldn't be doing or allowing if we do decide that we want to go out here and get in a relationship. Nonetheless, listen to what this dust bucket had to say, and then we will come back with more.
The four horsemen of relationship gurus that women need to stop listening to. First, we have Miss Sprinkle herself. And then we have How to Finesse a Rich Man Out of His Money, Miss Ashley Dalton. And then we have the queen of the birds, the bird feeder herself, Miss Kendra G. And then we have Miss Pretty Privilege, Miss I won't date a man if he's making 70K because that's not enough. Now, if you listen to these women, you are a fan of these women, you will notice that they all have one thing in common. They all want a man with money. They are trying to coach women on how to get men with money, but they're not really coaching women how to get into a solid, long-lasting relationship. And that's why this post is so funny, because they're the four horsemen of relationship gurus that women need to stop listening to because they ain't leading you nowhere other than staying single and alone.
So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, just another Dusty coming out here giving his unsolicited opinion that absolutely no one asked for. You guys already know I also had to bring a few comments on here for you guys. So, as y'all can see, the very first commentator say, Ashley Dalton is an image consultant and very brilliant at her job. This one says, Shira is not a relationship guru. Most of these women encourage women to be their best self and how high standard. That right here, keyword high standard, because at the end of the day, these males know that if more and more women go out here, work on themselves, pour into themselves, the vast majority of these males, considering that they add absolutely no value to anyone's life, they know that by you going out here, working on yourself, getting your self-esteem up, they know that they're going to be the one to really lose within the whole predicament. This is precisely why they continuously be coming out here running with the red pill narrative. Black woman, I love this. I'm always encouraging y'all to go out here, pour into yourself, because at the end of the day, you getting rid of the dusties. That is literally the best thing that y'all will ever be able to do for yourself. They continue by saying, getting the men of high caliber that treat you better is just the icing on the cake. Absolutely. And naturally, the dust bucket responded by saying, it's bad advice to tell 100% of women to go after the top 10 of men. And we already know this is something that these males continuously come out here and run with, right? He's not going to come out here and mention, just like this commentator here say, Ashley encourage women to, get yourself together. She always tell people, it depending on the type of man you want, she will mostly encourage you to go out here, work on your appearance, get a new wardrobe, lose some weight. Shira 7, we already know she's all about the bag. Ultimately, just like that commentator say, all of these women, they come out here and encourage women to become your best self. But once again, because the lowest hanging fruits of society know that that will not be beneficial to them in their little dusty life, this is why they have a problem with it. This one says, Sprinkle, Sprinkle Lady is married 20 years with 2 children. I don't know about the others. The Dusties, he said, she spread a terrible message. Nobody cares about what you have to say, Dust Bucket. I love the fact that Shira, Ashley, and all of these other women are coming out here and giving us advice, because personally, I have learned so much from each and every one of those ladies. This one said, I love them all. See with me. The Dust Bucket responded by saying, I bet you do. You are their customer. Shut the hell up. This one here says, Shira 7 always say, I don't give relationship advice. She always says she gives financial advice. The Dust Bucket responded by saying, people say a lot of things, then turn around and do that exact thing they say they don't do. This one says, Shira teaches self-love. There's nothing wrong with that. And she's been married about 20 years. So the Dust Bucket responded by saying, you call that self-love? Selling yourself to the highest bidder is self-love? As if these males don't come out here and do the same thing, right? This right here is why no one listen or should ever listen to what the lowest hanging fruits of society have to say. You guys know just a few days back, I made a video with that Continental Dusty. He literally came out here and married to his great-great-grandmother. But these will be the same lowest hanging fruits of society having the audacity to open up their filthy mouth and tell you that you're only going to these better group of male because of financial reason, as if they're not the biggest gold diggers out here. Once again, Black woman, please, for your own well-being, don't ever listen to anything that the lowest hanging fruits of society have to say. This one say, Ashley actually pushed me to lose the weight and love myself. He responded by saying, congratulations. This one says, Sarah was just going with JR, Tamar X. She's such a fraud. The Dust Bucket responded by saying, I didn't know that, and I don't know who those people are. This one say, don't talk about my Miss Ashley Dalton like that. The dust bucket say, she don't know you. This one say, let's teach women how to become a wife, how mannerism, cook a meal from scratch, hygiene, a clean home, make a house a home, proper attire to attract the right kind of men, and be spiritually grounded. Well, say the dust bucket, because we already know they're always gonna come out here and fake support whatever Pygmishas had to say, right? He said, you said something right there 100%. So obviously the dust bucket, they're always gonna come out here and fake support whatever Pygmishas had to say, right? So as y'all can see, he said, you said something right here 100%. But ladies and gentlemen, this is all that I have to say about yet again one of the lowest hanging fruits of society, being upset because women are coming out here and encouraging Black women to ultimately go out here, do what's best for you. And once again, we already know the more and more Black women continue to level it up, the more and more Black women continue to pour into themselves. This means that these male will have less option in these women coming out here and doing anything that it takes. All in the name of, well, at least I got a man, regardless of the quality of the man, regardless of the quality of relationship that they're in. But once again, ladies, I love that so much more of these women are coming out here and ultimately giving us the ropes of what we should and shouldn't be doing in this life. Guys, this is all that I have to say on this whole predicament. What are your thoughts and opinion, or please get in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.
Black women, it's time to hold ourselves accountable because we are reaping what we sowed. We have lied and gassed Black men up for centuries, letting them think that they are kings with no kingdoms, letting them think that they are the emperor when they are naked. And now we are dealing with the consequences of those actions. Instead of being honest with Black men and requiring them to do better for not only themselves, but the community that they helped create, we have allowed them to tear it apart and then put it back together quietly behind their backs and then still let them get the credit for it.